Hello, everybody. In this episode of What the Flock, I am going to take you on a little road trip. We are going to take off from my studio and go up the hill to the little river that I like to go hang out at. I thought you'd like to see it. And as Real Life Valerie is in San Diego this weekend, and I'm hanging out with Sith. And so I made this so we have something to watch. And I'll be in the chat too. So hello. Thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy this. All right, here we go. Okay, we are taking off. I heard a turtles. Here we go. So my studio is in one of these warehouses here. I am in, it's called No.83 because we're fancy, but it's just North Boulder. And I'm here off Lee Hill Road, which goes right up into the hills. Take an hour and drive up here and reset a bit before trying to go back to work. But for today, I haven't actually tried to get any work done yet. just showing you something I like to do. Because again, so today's Tuesday, and I'm leaving on Thursday to go fly into San Diego and spend time in San Diego and Tijuana with my friend Sid Vasquez, your friend too, and we're gonna do like hopefully an open mic, and we're gonna see a concert, and hopefully go to the beach, and maybe like a hot springs, and hopefully eat lots of tacos. So you'll see this on Sunday when I'll be flying back in on Sunday afternoon. So I'll definitely be in the chat right now. And then for Sunday night, I'm excited that I've sent a song in to Pete Johns of my song Timber, song Silence, so that hopefully he will play it on his Song Timber show. And if you haven't checked that out, please do. It's also just today got released on Spotify and iTunes and Apple Music and all that. So I'm pretty excited. I listened to it at the gym today. I'm like, that's me. So I think this, hopefully it's translating well on the video, but man, it's so picturesque, and especially with the leaves starting to change, it's just a really pretty drive. We're not getting too high up into the mountains. I think I'm at 5,800 feet at my studio, about, and probably don't get up to maybe 6,300 by the time we get to the top of this little thing. But there's some over 14,000 foot peaks if you drive just a little bit further and walk a long way. I really like this butte coming out. It's one of my favorite little turns. Get that stone house up, we can see that. I usually see some wild turkey right here, but not today. But there's still time. Takes you up into Left-Hand Canyon if I turn left, or back into the road that leads to, it goes between Lyons and Boulder. But we're going to go right here to Buckingham Park Trailhead. Transfer the phone over to my gimbal. So I see a few people, but not too many. So this is gonna be nice. All right, I'm gonna move the phone over to my gimbal, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so we're out here in Buckingham Park Trail, and I'm just gonna show you around, and we'll walk down to the river a little bit, and just take some time to hang out. Here we go. I'll show you the map. I am there. That's the worst map of all time. It's just my park. But it shows that there's the river. forest from that all the time. So let's do a little walk this way because there's people that way. We'll do a little walk first and then head over to the river. So we've got a little restroom facility. Sometimes I've seen some chipmunks out here. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled. There's a really nice big rock. How nice is that rock? It's a boulder. I'm gonna hang out for a minute because there's people coming. And I don't want to edit this film at all. Let's do the secret little baby trail. See where it heads out. Look at these are fun. What are they? I don't know. Here's another view of the sandy boulder. There's the road. So it's not like it's out in the middle of nowhere, which is good because I come out here by myself a lot. I don't think I've ever been out here with this few people, which is nice. But it is October now. There's a little beach. The water's a little lower than normal. You can get up pretty high, like at least almost a foot higher at its highest. So let's get these little purple flowers. Here's a little view of where we come from. And the meadow across. And here's a really nice border too. That one. It's a big old one. Look how this tree is basically growing out of this rock. You can kind of see it. That's nice. So this cut us right out onto the road. So that's not good. Coming back. So let's see. This one's a good one, but I really want to show you my favorite spot in the river. I hope you can hear the river through my mic. But I'll take the mic off when I get there. I can just listen to the river for a bit. So headed back towards the parking lot. This way is nice because they have like stairs built into it. Kind of accessible. You can see all the dams. It's pretty amazing out here when there's nobody here. Usually, it's kind of popular. You saw how big the parking lot area is. So, I think this is the loneliest it's ever been. It's wonderful. Okay, still taking me to my favorite spot. Maybe it's my favorite because it's just like a brighter spot in the neighborhood. There's enough water for it to be. And sometimes there's a little side of water. No, not really. You can walk up the river a little bit more that way. Kind of muddy right now. This is one of my favorite views. The trees turn more distant. More and more lovely. find a spot. Got a friend on a bike nearby. Turn that off accidentally, so now we'll head on. I'm going to come up to... I usually hang around this side. Camera. And now I'm the only car left in the parking lot. That's the parking lot, so I'm not far away. But that's nice. Alright, I'm gonna do this weird way just so that I don't. Look how pretty these are. Alright. Cold. They're like mid-calf. So this is usually the deepest spot. And it's not that deep. Kind of stable. So far, not very lucky. Yay? Yay? No. So I think if I do this, I think it should be following me, hopefully. I'm gonna kind of wait and see if it tipples over. I'll do this. Okay. We're doing well. It's all good until it flips over. Too careful like jarring by aesthetics. I've not seen any little fishies. To my knees. Just because there's a hole between the rocks. I'm sitting on that big rock here. I have the camera on this. Y'all having a good Sunday, and I appreciate hanging out, watching the scenes of nature with me. I was going to apologize for not being exciting, but my show's never been exciting, so I don't know why this would be. Still just my vlog. But if you haven't already, let everybody know what you're up to this week, what you got going on. How you doing? What you need prayers for? If you want to celebrate. I'm definitely, even though this is past hour, I'm definitely grateful for getting this opportunity to go travel and to California and Mexico and see my friend Sith, who I've just known online for I don't know, 2 plus almost 3 years now, I guess. And so I'm just excited for this chance to hang out and get to know her better and jam a little bit and San Diego and see Tijuana and see the ocean. And that's very exciting to me. I've never been to that part of California before, and I haven't, so I'm really excited. And I've seen that ocean. You know, I lived in Florida for a long time, so I saw that ocean a lot. But this Pacific Ocean is a different beast, and I've never seen it so far south. So I'm pretty excited to just get to witness it for a few days. And also Saturday night, going to a concert, Sisters of Mercy, and I think it's just really fun. And I love that kind of dancing goth music from my childhood. So it's cool that there's this party. And I appreciate Central for getting the ticket and for putting me up for a few days. And I'm also really thankful for everybody who's watched my Songtember song, Silence. I'm so happy how it turned out, and it's just gotten a really great reaction, and response. People have really been saying sweet things, and it's just really lovely. Everybody's been really kind. So right now I'm in about like mid-calf in this water. Mid-calf in the water. And so that part's frozen. It's like negative 5 degrees. It's cold. But then the top part of me is wearing this black sweatshirt. Me in black sweatshirt, you see. I'm hot as fuck, y'all. This part of me is boiling, and this part of me is frozen. So, I don't think I'm doing this right. I guess I can take my sweatshirt. But I'll sunburn. And again, if you are around tonight, check out John's New Music Live. We're doing a special second half of his Songtember release special. We've done one, will be this morning for you all. And with more European and Australian audiences. Now, doing the one that's in the evening for the Americas. And I'll actually be on a plane for the first hour and a half of it. So I'm hoping he plays mine towards the end. I think I asked. So hopefully I'll be there to chat. I don't think Frontier even has Wi-Fi on that plane. It's so cheap. But I got a great Frontier flight for this trip. It's super cheap, as long as I don't have any bags, and I can fit my backpack under this. And it's super cheap. So I have a travel backpack. So it's exactly the size that Frontier and Spirit. I think it works for everybody but maybe Iceland Airlines, which is bad because that's one I take a lot actually. But it fits under the seats really well, and it's exactly the right size, and it opens like a suitcase. But you wear it like a backpack, and it's got a ton of pockets. Like you can fit. It feels like you can fit more in it. Just gonna put it, zip it up all the way like a suitcase. It's pretty cool. One of the best things about being out here is that it's gorgeous. Like peaceful and quiet and tranquil and nature. I think it's double beautiful. But also it's just out of range of my phone's signal. So I get nothing out here. I get no notifications, no texts, nothing until I get halfway back to the studio. And this is going pretty big, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be long enough for what the vlog. So I might go back, I might show you some of the studio or something to fill this out a bit. And we can even drive back too. Drive back is, well, there's two ways to drive back. One is not as fun, it's just the highway. And you're not like 65, but it's not that, it's okay. It's not that bad. And then the other way is back to where we came. But, you know. Sometimes I forget that I'm just talking. I don't know how Jane does this. Also, my setup is not as fancy as Jane's. I'm using it's called a DJI Glow. And my phone just connects up to it. Got different settings for, you know, it can track me if I walk around, and I can hold it like kind of like a gun, like a video game gun, and then it has a little tripod at the end, so I can set it up somewhere. Like I just did. So it's pretty handy, but it's not nearly as fancy as they have going on now. Especially DJI has a lot of really cool cameras. They're super tiny and unobtrusive, and people might not even know that you're like filming. Whereas this is super obvious, and everyone is. Well, so far I'm only seen 3 people, and they've all seen me and then turned around. They don't want to be in the shot, which I get. I don't want to be in the shot. Just to look-see around. I wish I brought a towel. I could totally do a dump right now. Can't get my keys wet, so I gotta remember. I did squat lunges to get my knees in the water. I went to the gym this morning and tried to do lunges, and I felt so good. My knees really good. I'm also limited by how many more phone batteries last. Find out. battery pack in it and you can charge your phone, but just not at the same time that you have a microphone plugged in, which I realized. Maybe I'll do it without the mic for a little bit. Charge it up and you can just see the surroundings from it. Right here. So let me switch this up. Okay, so now we are in no mic mode, phone charge mode, and hopefully tracking mode. Let's find out. Hello. Okay.
So yeah, enjoy me enjoying you.
in the river. And the guy came by and he was looking at me and like set up here and he was like, which I think is appropriate. It's the right response to girl filming herself in the river. I don't know what I would do. And I should look in the box. Oh boy. It's still hot. Be able to get in the river today because it's just not so hot. I think it actually is hotter up here than it is in town, which is really strange. It's in the mid-70s, so it's not hot. Not a cloud in the sky. It's really pretty. Alright, let's head up, see how long I've videotaped, and maybe we'll do some studio tour if there's time. Here we go. Okay, so last look. Before we head back to the car. Oh my god. I almost dropped my keys in the river. Oh, let's go back for that. Should put it somewhere where people want the dog will find it. Oh yeah, my feet are frozen. Do one last look around into the sun. Sure, that's a great shot. So here's the sign that we were at before. So putting the ball down there. I think that's a good spot. And again, it shows Buckingham Park Trailhead. Alright, so alright, I guess I'll show the drive back, just maybe without a mic. Let's do it. I just took off from Buckingham Park. I thought I was recording and I was not. So we're started again here. I just took out of the parking lot and came back up left, what is this called? Is it the same road as mine? Yeah, Lee Hill Road. That's what this is. I just turned off Left-Hand Canyon Drive. So, going kind of slow, which is great until somebody comes behind. There's a big bull over there in the field. So this is the exact same way we came before, but the other direction. And also in wide zoom. So hopefully you can see a little bit more on the sides. And also I don't have my mic on, so I hope you can hear me. Where's my mic? Okay. I think this is one of the nicer roads to live on because you're just outside of the city. You're just on this other hill. Like the other side of this hill is where my studio is. And sometimes I do a walk. It's called Hogsback Trail, and it walks to the top of this hill that's on my left. So it's really close to town, and this road is really well maintained. And I mean, when it snows, it definitely snows, but they do get a plow truck up here. And the houses are all really far apart, and they're real pretty, but man, they're expensive. I know I'm frugal. It's really cheap, but I'm frugal. But they're like $4 million houses. Okay. Going uphill a little bit. But when you're up here, there's more like issues with wildfires, and the snow does get really quite a bit heavier up here for not being very far away. But it's just so serene without being very far away from the grocery store. Did you see the deer? Can you see the deer right here? I hope you got that. The deer's butt. So, if I was a better camera person, I would be able to move the camera and show you what it looks like here to my left. But I'm scared to do it while I drive. But it's got a nice valley shot into the plains to the east. We're driving south right now, mostly. There's places where the forest, like the trees are thicker, but most of it is kind of like this, where it's just a bit more sparse than I expect anyway. Growing up, we'd always go camping in New Mexico, and the forests there were a lot more thick and lush, where we would camp out at. Look at this view of the mountain below there. Isn't that gorgeous? The light's really nice right now. Be a good painting. Is that the power lines? Look at that. We're back to the guys, so we've been on Old Stage Road, and this is Lee Hill Drive, and the Lee Hill Drive turns up there, and that one goes to the Anahuac Trail. That was wrong. So Lee Hill Drive is the one that my studio is off of. But in my opinion, if a road turns, it should be a new name. No one cares what I think, but that's what I think. Look at this. Can you see this big skeleton? The house on the left? Do some of that. It was huge. Oh, now this guy's behind me. Sorry, guy behind me. Let me speed up a tad. So that was the most of it. We've gotten out of the hill. Theoretically, I should pull over and let this guy go by, but I haven't seen a pull off. I think we already passed the last one. But we are in town now. So we're passing the old kiln again. Sometimes there's people crossing right here, so I'm slowing down. Okay. I hit that pothole pretty hard. So this is I walk over here and go on this trail that parking lot is at. It's just 4 blocks, so I rarely drive it because it's so close. And then here we go, back to home base at Emerald City is what they call it because it's all green. And Emerald is the property management company. So here we go. This is usually my spot. Okay, well, let's sheesh, pro streamer. Let's head upstairs and give me a second, and I'm gonna see. I think I'll show you around my studio for a little bit because I feel like I still have some time, and show you what I'm working on. And some of you have seen it before, but it's content, baby. It's content. All right. All right, everybody. Part 2. My studio is up here on the 2nd floor. So down this beautifully gray hallway. And then this one is my room. I didn't actually clean up, so apologies that it is very messy. But that's how I work. So I have, let me see if I can zoom out a bit. There we go. I have some of the paintings that I've made on the walls. I've got a pile of wood in process because I like to make my own frames. So I've got so much crap going on. I'm like, where do I start with this? So I've got my tool area where I have 2 of my 3 Dremels are here. I've got the Dremel drill press, as long as the big old drill press. It's still pretty tiny. And then this is one of these handheld Dremels. I love that. I use this jewelry saw a lot, the wooden handle one, for cutting out earrings and such. And some of these are some more paintings I've done. We've got, so this is my, if I do, well, the trash is gross, but I do t-shirts here, where I print my own t-shirts, and this is my little screen press that I set them in. And then when I do metalwork, sometimes I use fire patina, and this is where I do that. We've got table saw for making more intricate shapes. We've got straight miter saw. This is where these are cats, I know. And then flowers. Flowers are kind of in the dark. And all these frames I've made myself too. I like this frame that I did with the blue. So this is, I made this table. Here's this table I made. And because I wanted it to be that specific height. And it's got another Dremel, so this is a little Dremel router table. And this is all the crap I use for ferric chloride for etching. And it's kind of messy, but that's, for me, this is actually pretty clean for ferric. So this is, I cut with my jewelry saw on this thing. And so you can see my little leftover pieces. I use beeswax to keep it lubricated. So I've got lots of random tools here on the bottom, drills and other saws and hand saws and things for sanding and stuff. This is one of my latest things I got, is this router table. And so I can route out frame pieces better than just I was using a hand router before. And so this is, I was using this router as a hand router. And I've got it attached to the table, so I can just do it really easily with that. And this is some of the copper that I cut out from my last earrings you may recognize. So, okay. This long table I got from my dad. It's pretty nice. And then I have these two folding tables that I can move around. Not that I do really, but I could. So usually if you see me doing wood burning, so like here's the wood burning thing I've done recently. And I'm usually sitting right here, got fairly decent light. I have a little suction fan. I set up this camera so you can see me do it. And this is my wood burning machine. It's got a double barrel. It's a definite step up from the last one I was using. I have a lot of supplies under the table. Mostly they're t-shirts and things to print. I've got a pile of petals that I'm in process of making, and I have not finished because I am in a funk. But they're almost, really for these, I just have to polish it up a little bit and make the back piece. I like to put "Made by Valerie Bott" on the back, and I haven't done that. I have a scale for when I mail things. I usually have to know how much they weigh. So I brought this chair and I've sat on it once. When I was fat, I had really bad back problems, and I thought it would help, and it kind of did, but it also didn't. It just isn't comfortable. So now we got more paintings I've made. These are some random, I did this recently, is chickens. So I did this one with acrylic paint, and it's not actually in that frame yet, but I thought it would go well with that frame. Except for then I made another chickens. So I did this one out of oil. And the phone is like, no, I don't want to do the thing you want to do. I don't care. Phone, do this. So these are oil chickens, still super wet. But I really like how it came out. And I think oil chickens is the way to go. So I showed Sunshine, and she said that that one is hedge chicken peeking out. Hedge chicken. So I've got random things in progress that are not finished. Random painting, a lot of random paintings. Things I've been meaning to send to people that I haven't. This is Hugh's cat Felix. And I'm not sure what else I have in this pile. This is just my start draft. I was gonna keep going with oils on top. This is Mr. Pickles. We've got some seaside scene. We've got something in progress. We've got, a lot of these are crap. We've got a lot of things in progress that haven't gotten very far. So that was gonna be the background for something, but I don't know what. And this, I don't know if I finish this or not. It might be. Same with this one. I think this one is finished. Which way does it go? I don't know. Let's go this way. I'm gonna go this way. It goes that way. Maybe. I think that one's done. Then this one's, I think, done. And this is what he's done. So I need to get them. This was, I don't know what these are. Yeah, these are background things. And some more canvases to work on. So right now I'm doing this upside down scene. It's got, I did the background in acrylic, and now I'm doing the foreground in oils. So you can kind of see like parts where are shinier on the trees. It's still wet oil because I just worked on it yesterday. And yeah, the kids still look mutant because I haven't finished them yet. So here I have more paintings and drawings and stuff I did. This on the bottom, this is my great grandma Rosa that lived in, she's from Italy, and then they moved to Wyoming. And that top one, that's the painting that came back to me because my friend took it to a thrift store, and but I'd written a note in the back. It was like, I love you, my, and he took it to the thrift store. So here's some jewelry that I've made that I have not put up for sale because, well, I guess the bracelets probably are on the website. I'm just, in general, a little slow. And then I've got all different mediums of stuff, pastels and watercolors and acrylics and different boards and stuff. And all sorts of canvases. Some probably 3/4 are done or have something on them. Whether they're done or not, I don't know. But they're in progress. Like, is there something to show you that's awesome? Not really. They're all questionable. This is my one window. So that's my view. So we were on that mountain. I was showing you. I was like, that mountain on the other side. This is the other side of the mountain. You can kind of see in the distance. And it's a nice big window. It's usually really windy. So I have more paints and stuff here. This sack is not real trash, but it looks like it. But it's, if I patina something with ammonia, I put it in that bag. I have weird shit that I don't use enough that I'm into, like this projector, which is kind of like, if I have something, I'll sketch it out and then I'll project it onto the screen. And then I have a microscope that I like to look at stuff in, and sometimes I make slides, and I also have a whole bunch of pre-made slides, and I just like to see them. Here's me in the mirror. This is me in the corner. This is my pile of crap. Let's see what we got here. We got more paintings and all my electronic stuff. So if I'm making a pedal, I'm usually soldering it here with this. This Hako blue thing is the soldering iron, and this is the tip of the soldering iron. And these are all pedals that either sucked or I wanted to keep and not give away. I also have pedals here at the bottom which are need to be fixed. So on the Cricut Explorer one, that's my vinyl cutter for doing resists and just anything you need vinyl cut out of. But I do on my, like I'll make a vinyl resist out and cut it out and put it on this, put it on the case, and then etch this out. So this has been etched in acid. And yeah, and then take this off and it's all like that. Everything fell down. So I have a lot of stuff here like these. Which one is this called? So they're like little Arduino boards. This one's the Pro Micro board. And so I've been trying to learn coding. I'm doing okay on it. Some things I want to do I have not figured out, but I guess that's the way. I breadboard a lot of stuff on these little breadboards. So this one, if I plugged it in, every time you push a switch, a different message comes up, and also sends the thing that it message says back to the computer. And these little screens are pretty cool because you can get a lot on them even though they're tiny. So I was hoping to make that into something someday that's cool. So again, here's all the electronics. Like we have resistors and capacitors. These are all capacitors. capacitors. And these are more bigger parts and also op amps and stuff. This Mr. Smith made for me. And let's see, we've got some random books about electronics and other stuff and things that I need to fix. Oh, and also that's how I print labels, the little pink label printer. And here we've got some frames that I have finished. So this one I think is gonna go with that Ganesha. But otherwise I have all these different kind of frames, and they're all, they've all been wood burned. And I think these have all been stained. And they're just different patterns. There's a lot of flowers. And then like this one is a giant one. Hello. And I've done watercolor too, and then just shellacked it. Okay, well, let's see. I think that's pretty much the whole room. What's this one? Oh, this one actually is really pretty. This is one of my dark wood rose pattern. That's one of my favorites. I don't do many that are that thick. Then, oh, there's one other thing I was like, I'll show you that. What was that? Well, I have I do a little bit of, I could close the drawers and look a little nicer, but this is what I live like. I have a little tester amp and tester guitar for pedal stuff, and also a bass amp in the back if I'm trying to do a bass pedal. And I have like a drawer just full of wire, and drawers full of vinyl and stuff like that. And yeah, so this is where I spend most of my days, hanging out in here, attempting to make something of myself and of things. I'm doing okay in it, but I don't know what the right word is. I'm not lazy because I do work a lot, but I'm having trouble getting stuff completed. So, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's set me here and do this. And hello. Maybe I'll cut that part out because that was probably looked bad. But yeah, man, my place is messy. I feel bad. but this is just what it looks like pretty much all the time. And sometimes it gets worse. This is not as bad as it gets. But yeah, I'm trying to, I think my goal for this next year is to really get things done and out of here that are, you know, finished. And part of it is hard because I'll paint something and I just put it on the wall, or I'll just put it in the pile in the corner. And I want to be better about actually like taking photographs of it, putting it on the website and making it for sale and advertising it to people so that they know about it. Because if they don't know about it, how are they supposed to, you know, how can they get it? And also this neighborhood is really cool in that it's just full of different kinds of these little private studios. So there's a couple across the hall and they're doing clothing alterations, and the people next door and then across are both painters. That person kind of catty corner this way is a tattoo artist. We had a tattoo shop next door, but it's been empty for a while, like 6 months, I think. We have a guy that has a painting service, and he just keeps like a household painting, and he keeps all the supplies up in here in one of them, in one of the smaller units. And it's the screen turns off if I don't touch it every once in a while. And then so we've had different people. We have a touring company, like they give tours of the area, and they have some fans and stuff outside, but they have their office here. And this is just one building of maybe, and probably the smallest one of like, man, a dozen at least, maybe 15 different buildings. This is the only one that has these tiny studios in it. Most of them are like big warehouses, and like there's one that's a metals that teaches how to do metal work, and I've taken classes there. Here downstairs we have like a wood shop that does like really big tables and things, really large scale. And then we have some carpenter hobbyist guys downstairs. We have a shop that does t-shirts and different marketing kind of things that's right below me. And in the corner there's a guy, he's been here the whole time I've been here. I don't know what he does, but if you go farther down, there's just been all sorts of things, and there's a million things that come and go, because there's not a lot of areas in this town that have just workshops that you can rent like this. But there was a restaurant and they had a fire and it hasn't reopened, but there's a lot of more restaurants if you go down into town a little bit. This area is really built up recently, and it's kind of fancified, and it's got like trattorias and taquerias and all sorts of like why does the taco need to be this expensive? I don't know, but that's what we got a new library, and yeah, we just got a lot of neat little, and there's a grocery store not too far, about a mile down the road. It's not too far, but there's a lot of nice services in the area and nice places to hang out, and but mostly I'm just in here. If I'm not at the river or that little place where I showed where there's a parking lot, there's some trails that lead off from there, and I like to try to do those. I try to get out twice a week for trail walking if I can. And but that's about what I'm doing right now. I could use some just positive energy in the focus of getting stuff done and just not letting it pile up and not being afraid to. I think I just also worry, like, if I put it on, some things I've put on the website and they've sat there forever, and so, but I don't advertise it very well, and so again, oh, and the other thing I was going to say is this, on the first Fridays of each month, this neighborhood has a like block party thing where you can apply and have people come and visit your studio and come and buy your art and just come and hang out. And I've thought about it, but I'm scared. So I've never signed up for it. So I definitely want to at some point at least do one, but first I'd have to clean up my room. But I'm also just scared to try. I think I'm scared no one will show up. I think that's the scariest part. I don't know if I'm scared if people will show up or if they won't, but probably if they don't. I don't know. I have the same fear for streaming though, and y'all always show up for me, so I shouldn't be too afraid. All right, well, that is my messy studio tour of the day. I hope to be doing, I know a few of you have said that you like when I do streams where I'm making stuff in here, and I want to do more of those. It's not really that hard. I don't know why I don't do it more, but mostly because I feel like I stream too much already. That's really why. But I think that people like it and they want to have a place to hang out, so I'll try to do more of those in the near future and get some projects done, and you can witness it and urge me on, because I definitely need some cheerleaders. It's not to get off my butt, because again, I'm doing stuff. It's to get stuff out the door. Let's say that. I need help to get stuff out the door. So, all right. Thank you so much for watching this random episode of What the Flock, where I've shown you the things that I do and places I go and part of my life. And I hope that you enjoyed it and that you are having a great Sunday. Again, don't forget, Pete Johns is having a Songtember show this afternoon, and I will be, I've submitted my song Silence to be part of that. So hopefully he shows that. And in real life, in this current life right now that I'm living, it's Tuesday, and on Thursday I'll be heading out on my trip, and I will be flying back this afternoon, pretty much getting to the airport. I think I have to leave for the airport right about when this thing ends. So I hope I have a safe flight, and I will see you all really soon. I've got a Lies and Love song scheduled for Monday, and which I just remembered. Is it true? God, I hope it's in a week. I'm tired, and I haven't even done it yet. Yeah, maybe it's in a week. So, God, I hope so. But I will see you all Friday for Friday Song Club, real in person, and also hopefully for Friday night for sound sessions. I think we're at number 8, I think. But yeah, that'll be really fun because it'll be nice to catch up with Mr. Smith too. So I will see you all very soon. I hope you're having a great Sunday, and thank you so much for being here, for hanging out and saying hello, and I will see you all soon. All right, thanks everybody.